Oh my freaking God. He starts attacking me. It's crazy that I'm the only one going up to Cap de Creus. Oh my freaking God! This campsite is crazy, guys. Hey guys, welcome to MyOneDayTrips. I'm Alex and this is a trip around Catalonia. My Easter break has just started and I'm on the way to visit 3 stunning places here in Catalonia: Cadaqués, Figueres, and Tossa de Mar. I'm starting my trip here at Diagonal Mar and I'm going to the airport area because I couldn't find any reasonable price for car rent inside the city limits. So I'm gonna take the tram, then I'm gonna change to the red line of the metro and then change to the airport line. I just got off at the metro stop Mas Blau. This is the last stop before the airport stop, and you can use a regular metro ticket if you're coming from the city till here, but if you get off at the next stop, which is the airport, you will have to pay an extra fee for the airport. I'm actually arriving a bit late. I was supposed to be coming to the rental place at 9 o'clock and now it's already 9:40 because I left my place quite a bit late. You can tell this station is empty. Most people that use that metro line go directly to the airport. Yeah, let's go. I'm so excited. This is my first time going to Cadaqués. This is the place where Salvador Dalí used to live. I've always wanted to go there, always, but it's pretty expensive. And I finally decided. I looked really hard to find a cheap place, which was not easy because that place is really popular with lots of people, so it's pretty expensive. If you're renting a car with Nitha Cars, when you get off Mas Blau station, you will not even have to look for the rental place because it's right here. Okay, I came here and I think that's not the right place. I have to go to the bigger place here. This is where you get your car, and the other place right next to it is the car return, as I understand. Alrighty, just got my car keys and I'm ready to go. Alrighty, this is my car for the next 6 days. It took me a while to actually remember how to start a car. God help me, and I'm setting off on my journey now. I haven't driven in a while, so I'm actually a bit worried. But I hope I hope it's all okay. Wait a minute, I think I went the wrong way. Wait a second. Yeah, I need more practice, that's for sure. Okay, I had to stop at a gas station to get some water because I was really thirsty, and now I am definitely ready to go. So it's about a 2-hour drive. So I want to stop at a viewpoint first in Begur and then take a walk there and have a look because it's a beautiful place. I went there a long time ago, but I can barely remember anything. So I'm gonna go there first because my check-in is not until around 4 o'clock, so and it's 11 in the morning. There's too much traffic here, too much traffic. Anyways, yeah, I gotta stop recording so as to make sure I don't have an accident. So I think I have to take an exit here. Anyways, yes, I'll see you later. All right, on the way to Cadaqués, I decided to stop at Begur and go and see the viewpoint of Puig de Saguardia. Maps took me to a certain place. It's kind of a bit weird because there are no more cars, no more people, so I'm not sure I'm in the right place, but I'm gonna try and walk. There is a trail. I'm gonna try and see if I get anywhere on this trail and see the views. I can already see some views. I see a beautiful beach. I think the name of the beach is Fonda, and the views are amazing. The color of the water is just wow. The thing is, this territory is a private territory and there is a fence around it. So it's kind of like, I'm gonna go a bit further and see if I can find a better spot. All right, I think I found the mirador, the viewpoint. Wow. Oh my freaking God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, this view is stunning. The view is just stunning. It's amazing. And I understand why it's not crowded, because it's actually, there is no place to park. And also it's not an easy way to actually get here, but this is the reward for me. Oh my God, I love these places where there are no people. It's hard to get to, and then the views tend to be like absolute best in these kind of places. Oh my freaking God, that's amazing. So the viewpoint was stunning, and I realized it's already 2 o'clock. So I just checked from Begur. I still have to drive 75 kilometers till the place where I'm staying, and it's already 2 o'clock. So if I don't have lunch now, it'll be too late because places will be closed. Yeah, and so I just booked my table. The name of the restaurant is Toc al Mar. First of all, I couldn't get a table that would be right at the beach, the first line of the beach. There were not a lot of tables left. And the fun part is, but in this restaurant, so I had to leave my credit card details. If I don't show up, they'll charge 20 euros. So yeah. You have to pay if you just book a table. That means the restaurant is really popular, and we're in low season. It's not even summer now. So I can't imagine what it's like in summer. I just got to the restaurant Toc al Mar, and previously at the viewpoint I said that we were looking at Playa Fonda, which is beach Fonda, but I think we were actually looking at the beach called Agua Blava. But anyways, I'm not sure, to be honest. But the views here are just spectacular. So it's almost time for my booking. I'm gonna have lunch and then also show you a little bit of the beach. The colors here are just, wow, out of this world. All right, just got some food, and I got some ham croquetas, which are very popular in Spain, a typical dish. Then some codfish croquetas, and of course, popular in Catalonia, pan amb tomacat, which is tomato bread. You should try it here if you ever visit. And I'm still waiting for some fried artichokes. Hope they're coming soon and I can start devouring all the food. So I couldn't wait for the artichokes. They're not ready yet. And I'm so hungry, so I'm just gonna start. So these ones are well, I thought these ones were ham, but I'm pretty sure it's actually codfish. Oh my God. So I think these ones, wait a second, let me see. Yeah, these ones are ham croquetas. croquetas de jamón. I would usually order some potato or patatas bravas to go with my croquetas or any other food because I love potatoes. They surprisingly don't have any potatoes here, but they do offer some fried artichokes. Unfortunately, these chips arrived way too late. And I don't have any more croquetas. But anyways, I'm gonna have this bowl of artichokes, and here is my lunch, and my lunch is over. Just finished my lunch. I paid around 45 euros. And to be honest with you, it felt like I was paying more for the location and the views than the actual food. Don't get me wrong, the food was good, but it would have been way cheaper in a different location and not here. But I still think it was worth it because the beach is amazing. But now I'm leaving this Playa de Agua Blava, which means the blue water beach, and I'm finally heading towards Cadaqués because I have to check in. Okay, I finally arrived at Camp Cadaqués. This is where I'm staying. It's super windy. It's crazy windy. Anyways, the day didn't go as planned today. I thought I would be coming here at around 11 a.m. because I was planning to leave at 9 and directly come here. But anyways, I left my place late and then went to a couple of viewpoints and also stopped for lunch, and in the end it's 5:30 p.m. Anyways, I'm gonna check in and see where I'm staying, show you the place a little bit, and then I might go to Cadaqués. I think I'm around a 15-minute walk away from the actual town. Anyways, I'm at this Camp Cadaqués, and I didn't realize that I thought I was booking like a little tiny house or a hut, and it's literally like a tent, and it's actually, look at that, it's actually very cold today and extremely windy, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to actually sleep warm, and I'm not sure if there are any duvets. Oh my god, I'm gonna freeze to death for 2 nights. This is the cheapest place I could find here in Cadaqués. It cost me 106 euros, so that's what, 53 euros a night. That's the cheapest thing you can find here in Cadiz in spring, so that must be more expensive in summer. And I think for summer it's actually a great place because it's usually hot, but for now it's way too cold, and I prefer to go to Cadaqués to have a look around, to make a brief plan for tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm gonna have the only full day in Cadaqués, and I will also have to go to the Dalí museum, not the museum, but the house where he used to live, which is a museum now. I thought this type of traveling stayed in my past, in my student years, but here there is also a public toilet for the campsite. That's what I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna show you what it's like. Have a look. Well, it's actually clean. It's actually not bad. So the toilets and the showers are here. It's a spacious place actually, and it's pretty neat and clean. Yeah, well, not bad. I would definitely expect something worse, but oh my god, what did I get myself into? But that's life, that's fine, I'll survive. I'm on the way to Cadaqués. It's my first evening here. There is a walking trail / road from the campsite up there to the town of Cadaqués. It only takes around 10 minutes. The walk is pretty short, and I'm now going there to explore a little bit. Might even grab dinner, hopefully not as expensive as my lunch was. So something very simple would be okay for me today. But to be honest, so far I'm not even hungry. Anyways, unfortunately it's very cold. I was a bit worried because I was trying to get my permission to fly my drone, but it's so windy that even if I had my permit, I wouldn't be able to fly because it's way too windy for my small drone. All right, now I can see the water. Oh, I gotta visit that church. Look at that. There is a church on the hill right there. All right, ready to go to bed. This campsite is crazy, guys. Hey, I slept in, but now I'm ready to get out of my tent. It's super windy today. I'll be on the way to have a quick breakfast because I'm running out of time. It's already 10 and I have a booking at 11:30 at the Dalí's House Museum. Oh my God, look at that, look at the wind. And you have to be there half an hour earlier to get your tickets. It's a weird system, but that's what it is. Okay, so I just passed by El Maison and I got myself a little pastry that's typical from here. So she told me what it contains. It's kind of like a pancake dough with something. I can't remember, so I'm gonna try this. And yeah, I still can't find a good place for breakfast. The girl who was selling these pastries, I asked her where to go for breakfast, and even she was confused. She had to actually think what she could recommend. It's so weird, but anyway, she recommended a couple places and she didn't sound too convinced, but I guess this is what it is. That's what they got. Anyways, I think I'm gonna grab a quick cup of coffee and head to the museum because I really don't have time to be looking for anything. So I'm about to have my quick breakfast. I ordered a croissant with ham and cheese and a cup of coffee, and I'm also gonna have this little pastry that I got earlier, El Maisons, or whatever it's called. And I asked them to warm up my ham and cheese croissant as I usually do. They told me they had too much work and they couldn't do it for me. Trying now this Maison. To be honest, it tastes weird. It's okay to try it once for me, but would I repeat that? I'm not sure. It tastes like something wet and sticky inside. It's probably like cottage cheese. But anyways. 2 out of 5. Okay, just finished my breakfast. It was okay. It was not bad. And the fact that we were by the water in a beautiful location, paid $3.80. I think that's totally fine. Was it great? Not really. It was just okay. Well, at least I have beautiful views on the way to the museum. Now I am in front of Dalí's house, and I asked them why people are supposed to come half an hour earlier before their actual time, and she told me, oh, because sometimes there is a line and sometimes people get lost. Whatever. Okay, still not very clear to me. I mean, we're adults, and sometimes people do get lost, but then what? So I don't know why it's necessary to make everyone come early and then wait for half an hour. This cluster of fishermen's huts was Salvador Dalí's only permanent home. He bought it in 1930 and kept adding to it until it turned into a surrealist labyrinth. Alright, this is the first ever hut that Salvador Dalí got in 1930. This room is only 4 square meters and everything is original here. This is what he used to live like when he just purchased this place. And then he started adding to it. Right here we can appreciate the swans that Salvador Dalí used to have, and they lived right near the house at the beach, and then as they died he dried them, and now they're in this room. Gala, Salvador Dalí's wife, used to hang this plant which is called helicriso, I was told, and they're still doing it now to preserve the house in its original state. This is Salvador Dalí's workshop, and these 2 paintings are the only original paintings left at his place without finishing, because his wife Gala died in 1982 at the age of 88, and he left the place and never came back. And there is this system where his painting would go up and down under the floor. He invented this system so it would be easy for him to sit down on this armchair and be painting different parts of the painting. So this is the only bedroom in the house. So here they had a window, and Salvador Dalí used to say that he was the first Spaniard to see the sunrise through this window, because the views are going towards Cap de Creus, and this is probably the most eastern point in Spain. Here we're in Salvador Dalí's closet, and Gala, his wife, decorated and made this collage of different pictures of Salvador Dalí with lots of famous people, including Coco Chanel and Walt Disney and some other names. And this is a special room with a perfect echo. This room was used by Gala a lot because she liked being alone. The house is a private place. For example, even their friends never came to this room. And listen to this echo. Ta-da-dum, ta-da-dum, oh. Oh my God, this echo is crazy. I think it could be used for singing. Alrighty, now we're going through the labyrinth of his house. So, as I told you before, he kept adding more and more things to his house. And then it became this labyrinth that we are exploring now. So I'm taking a walk now around the whole area, around the whole house. I think it's called the Olives Garden. After the museum, they let us take a walk around, and yeah, I'm looking at the whole place. It's just basically like a nice place to be. And it's crazy to know that one person owned all of this. He must have been rich. I mean, it's a lot of land and a lot of buildings. It's so windy today, it's absolutely crazy. I hope no tree falls on my head today. Salvador Dalí's house museum is so far the best place here, and it's good that they have, I thought the ticket would be just like entering the place and yeah, looking at things by yourself, but they kind of provide like a mini guided tour, and they tell you like the meaning of each room, the significance of different things that there are in the house, and they also tell you a little bit about the history of his life, a little bit about his wife and all of that, and that kind of gives a meaning to the whole place, and it's definitely, yeah, a great thing to do. And the olive gardens are great as well, so the views from here are very nice. However, it's so windy today, it's just crazy. But yeah, I mean, I can see why he enjoyed living here, and I wonder if he actually had permits for all the buildings that he added to his house, because this is a huge place. Anyways, let's have a look at some views, enjoy, and we'll be moving on to the next thing. I was already leaving and almost missed this famous swimming pool, a phallic-shaped swimming pool that's very popular apparently. And yeah, and then I decided to come back to have a look around just one last time, and then all of a sudden I found this. I almost missed this one too, the house with an egg on the roof. Look at that. Right in front of the museum there is a tiny cafe, but there is nothing except soft drinks and some coffee. Okay, my visit to Casa Museu Dalí is over, and I'm on the way back to my accommodation. So it's around lunchtime, so I think I'm gonna go and grab lunch, and then later on I'll see if there is the bus going to Cap de Creus, even though we had an emergency alert because of the winds, so I'm not even sure if they might have canceled buses, but we'll see. If the buses are still running to Cap de Creus, I'll go there anyways and risk my life. They told me that if the winds are strong here at Cap de Creus, they're 10 times stronger. But this is my last day here, my last full day here, so I'll go there anyways and check out the place and the views. And tomorrow morning, I'll take it easy, just grab breakfast, and I'll be moving towards Figueras. The wind is still crazy. I'm now leaving the central part of Cadaqués by the beach and walking a little further away in the hope of finding a good place for lunch. It's very strange, but I am having difficulties with finding good places to eat that wouldn't cost me a kidney, you know? So every place I look at has bad reviews, but the prices are super high anyways. I really don't understand. Yeah, so that's weird. Usually when I'm traveling and going to places, I have an abundance of places to choose from, and it's very hard to make a choice. And here, I just don't want to go anywhere because it's just not cool. Anyways, I'm walking for about 10 minutes to the place, to a restaurant called Les Oliveras, and it seems okay. So also a lot of places here are closed for winter. They're still not open. So it's low season. So I checked out a couple places in the city, and well, two places, and both of them were closed. And those typical places by the beach, like that have the best location, they're usually really bad because they know tourists will come anyways. So it doesn't make sense for them to actually try and make good food. So I don't want to try those. I'm now at Punta Sacosta. This is just a 10-minute walk away from the actual city or town of Cadaqués. The views from here are fantastic. I do recommend coming here. It's very close, it's an easy walk, and the color of the water is just so beautiful. Anyways, bad luck again. I just went to that restaurant and it turned out that there is no restaurant. I think it's just like a cafe that opens in the summer only. Oh my god, the wind is absolutely insane today. And yeah, so I didn't find anything. There was the only house with no sign or anything. I thought that must be it, but everything was closed and there was nobody around. So I'm going back to the main beach, Platja Gran, and then I'll just have whatever. I'll grab a bite at any place I see, and then I'll try to hop on the bus and go to Cap de Creus. All right, I'm at Enoteca MF. Looks good. I got some ceviche over here and some panam tomacat, which I get at every place I go to. So, and now we're gonna try this and see if it's any good. Definitely very fresh. So I think I'm just gonna have this now, finish, and head to Cap de Creus. Not bad. Not amazing, but not bad. It's okay. Just got my ice cream at the place called Hoya that you can see behind me. So this small cup costs $3.50. In Barcelona, it would usually be around $2.80. And in Barcelona, you can try at least 2 or 3 flavors before you decide. Here, I asked to try 1 flavor, and they told me, oh, it's not done here. So, oh my God, every place I go to, Cadaqués is getting minus points. Well, if they're happy about it, I love it for them. Can you imagine walking on these, I can't even call it cobble streets, I don't know, but it's not fun to be walking here. We're going with your suitcase. Look at these. And right now we are about to see the Santa Maria Church. So let's have a quick stop at the church. And all of a sudden it's so quiet. Once you walk out of the church, turn right, and right here, there are actually very nice views. I'm on the bus already and we'll be going to Cap de Creus. At the place where I'm staying, they told me I wouldn't be able to go there by car, so I would have to get a bus. I'm on the bus now. It takes around 15 minutes there. There are quite a few dates throughout the year with these special restrictions, so I will show them right here. So let's see, it's gonna be the last place I'll be visiting here in Cadaqués area. I hope the views are great, and I hope I'm not gonna fly away with the wind, gone with the wind, because the wind today is just absolutely insane. It's crazy that I'm the only one going up to Cap de Creus. I don't know if it's because of the winds and people are afraid of going there today. But anyways, round trip will cost you €7. Oh my freaking God! Whatever. Oh my God, the winds are crazy. I'm at Cap de Creus. I don't know if you can actually hear anything. I can barely walk. Anyways, I'm at the entrance of the restaurant that there is here that also has the name of Cap de Creus. It's way too windy and actually very scary. So at some point, there are like cliffs everywhere, and at some point I was afraid I was gonna be blown away by the wind. Cap de Creus is where the Pyrenees meet the Mediterranean, creating one of the most dramatic landscapes in Catalonia. For millions of years, the sea and the powerful Tramuntana wind have shaped these rugged rocks and cliffs. Locals even have a saying, "Tocat per la Tramuntana," which means touched by the Tramuntana, meaning someone is a little eccentric or has lost their senses. Standing here with the wind howling across the headland, it's easy to see how the expression came about. Protected as a natural park, Cap de Creus is known for its wild coastline, hidden coves, crystal clear waters, and unique rock formations. It's also the easternmost point of mainland Spain, making it one of the first places in the country to see the sunrise. Shaped by wind, sea, and time, Cap de Creus remains one of the most distinctive landscapes on the Mediterranean coast. Okay, it's so windy that I'm actually scared. I'm not even joking. Wow. The views are oh! Whoa! Anyways, if you're seeing this video now, that means I'm still alive. That's enough. Now I'll have to be waiting for the bus. Oh my freaking God! I'm back in Cadaqués and I'm on the way to see the sunset. And I'm finally going to share this crazy story that I mentioned at the beginning. Yesterday, when I just arrived in Cadaqués, I decided to go for a walk, which I usually do. I really enjoy wandering around the old town when I travel to places. And then at some point I saw that beautiful place and I decided to record that because I thought it was very beautiful. When I was about to record, there is this guy arriving on his motorbike and I didn't even have time to record anything, and he starts attacking me and telling me to get the f*** out because it was private territory, obviously his. And so, long story short, because I don't want to bore you with the details, neither do I want to remember them, I had to call the police. And the funny thing is, today when I was walking by the beach, well, it's a small place, I was kind of expecting it to happen, but when I was walking by the beach here, I saw him again. So he stopped again, started talking to me again. So in the end, the police actually came to see me today and asked me a little bit about them, and then they asked me to confirm his nationality, which I did. And then I also remembered his license plate, and so I told them, and when they checked the information, they were like, oh, okay, so he's actually on their watch. Okay, anyways, but the craziest part is that today, or just now, when I was coming back from Cap de Creus, I saw him again on the road and he saw me. I was like, that's too many coincidences. It felt like he'd been following me. Anyways, I want to forget about this incident. I'm not gonna let any morons spoil my vacation. So I'm about to see the sunset now and enjoy the last evening in Cadaqués, because tomorrow I'm traveling to my next place. I'm at the end of my visit to Cadaqués, and here are my final thoughts on Cadaqués. I know a lot of people won't like it, but I think this place is way overrated. I don't know, like I didn't see that beauty that a lot of people do see. All the buildings here are white. There is kind of like they're all the same, so I didn't see the beauty in it. And I've read somewhere that apparently when it's the sunset, like the White House is supposed to be having like a different color or something, and now I'm here at the sunset time and I just don't see it. For instance, the sunset is behind me and the sun sets here behind the mountain. That's why there is no this special golden glitter on the water as you would usually expect from the sunset. It's not there. Look, the sun is behind, like the sky is a little yellow, but it's not reflected on the water or on the buildings. They're just like regular buildings, white, and the water becomes dark after the sunset. So during the day it was beautiful, but after the sunset, the water is dark. Also, the restaurants I went to, the quality was mediocre at best, and the prices are just insane, right? Almost 4 euros for a cup of tea, 10 croquetas, and I paid 45 euros. I'll take Sitges over Cadaqués any day. I visited once and I'm like, okay, it's like ticked on my bucket list, and that's over. If you've been here before and you loved it, please change my mind in the comments. Otherwise, that's it for now, and I'll be meeting you in the next spot.